What's up, guys? This is Ian from Divine Devil Gaming. In my squeaky chair, we're doing part 3 of our Viking series. And I just got done selling some weapons here to Alvor, and we got about 600 gold to work with. But I guess we're going to continue the storyline. Yeah, it's a dragon. A dragon has attacked.
I saw earlier, flying down the valley from the south. I was hoping I was wrong about what I thought it was. You're right. I saw it. Didn't want to.
How do you miss a dragon flying through the sky? I don't know. You know, I can appreciate a man who is just engrossed in his work, but this is, you know, dragons are hard to miss, Alvor. That's why I left your nephew, cousin, brother, whatever, to die in that cave. Alright, so I always go over to the Riverwood Trader, and we're really following the initial storyline from just a vanilla opening.
The Riverwood, yeah.
Pick up the quest from this guy, because it just falls completely in, and you get a pile of gold for it, so why not?
Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could?
Yes, I could.
From my
It's
last
amazing. Coffee. Come here, coffee. Coffee. Ha 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 ha. Coffee.
Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
I slurp my coffee because then it tastes like a cappuccino. I swear to God. I wish I was making that up.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our...
Alright, now we're going to sell off a bunch more stuff, hopefully get some material. One thing I did buy from Alvor over at the blacksmith shop was 2 pieces of leather, and I will show you why here in a minute. See, we're keeping all of those. That we can sell. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to these magical items to disenchant just because it's free skill points, and we need to get some more perks. So those are going to get hung on to. Keeping those. Keeping my food. Don't need that. Need that for cooking. Don't need it. Don't need it. Okay, amethyst. Amethyst. 3. And a ruby. So we got about 1,000 gold and we got a speech increase, so this is already going pretty well. Small leather tent. We need that. We need a small leather tent for our survival. We also need that bear pelt, I think. We got straw tankard, wolf pelt. That helps. Now, surprisingly, I didn't get attacked by any wolves while I was out in the wild, which is unusual, but yeah, we're gonna kind of roll with it. I'm going to show you a couple things this episode as far as survivability and things of that nature. We will also hopefully make an attempt to make our own steel armor in the Nordic tradition, so I can get rid of this frickin' Imperial armor from, you know, my character's probably crying that he has to wear it, but it's kept him alive so far. Okay, here's a hide travel cloak. Works really well in rain, but less effective when we are using or trying to do something in the vein of going to cold weather. So there goes that. And now we can make ourselves a fur travel cloak, which is really going to help when we go up into the mountains, where it's snowy and cold and it sucks. We can make some more leather if we really want to. Yeah. I'll make some leather strips, because if we intend to, and we can also make our own water skins, if we intend to make our own armor at some point, and I probably should have taken that blacksmithing perk right when I had the opportunity so that we could make it, but I didn't. Whatever. We have increased armor, and now we can actually travel over to Whiterun and, you know, disenchant that stuff we kept, hopefully get a level up, and then we can start smithing our own wearable armor. And if we have enough money left over, improve a bunch of it so that we're really hard to kill. But we're going to need a smelter to do all that, and it doesn't look like we have one nearby. And I'm not going to waste everyone's time looking for one. So, moving right on. Okay, I've hit that up. There's Bleak Fall Barrows, which is awesome and all, but I think we can do better. We got to gather up some quests before we make the trip up there. And we're minorly fatigued. So this is, again, another survival technique you can use, which is just go rent a room for the night, get some sleep, get up in the morning, travel during the day. It is very important using the Frostfall mod
We got rooms and food, drink too.
travel during the day.
Ain't much else to tell. Hard not.
Because when you go out there at night, it is frigid, it is frosty, and you ain't gonna survive. Not for very long, unless you can build a fire and you have a tent roll, which is why I picked one up.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own.
Yep.
Bloods cannot steal, we will.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a friend.
Alright, it is 8:15, game time. So we're going to get at least 8 hours of sleep. That seems to be the standard. That way we are well rested, we can feed ourselves, and we can get going.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
Traitor! Moving on. So it looks like, from where we landed and everything else, we're just going to go with the the dragon quest, becoming the Dragonborn, getting our shouts together and everything else. And we'll probably decide on whether to go with Imperials or anything else later on. It's just not really relevant at this point, so we're not going to worry about it. And I'm going to warn you now, guys, this is probably going to be an extended video just because the last couple were kind of warm-ups. This is what we're working with. I showed you a couple ways that you can, when you're doing this kind of a setup with the mods in place and doing a random startup, just a couple things you can do to help yourself along. And as you can see now, we have, some decent gear. We have a few other things we can work with. That reminds me, cloaks. Cloaks are awesome. So we're going to throw on our hide cloak, and as you can see, it appears in game. It's going to increase our coverage and keep us warmer and drier when we're out in the rain. If you're curious which cloaks are best in which scenario, I would really encourage you to go to the author's website for the Frostfall mod. He has actually listed which type of clothes is best in which circumstance. I mean, a hide cloak that I'm wearing right now is decent in pretty much all weathers, if I remember correctly. And things like burlap or linen are far superior in rainy environments, but I'm not really worried about it. But when you get up to cold weather, then fur cloak is the way to go. That will keep you going. Oh look, a giant. Come here. Come here. Dead. And some more arrows.
If you're worth anything in a fight.
And here's where we're getting an invite to the Fighters Guild, or whatever they call it now, the Brotherhood, or Shield Brothers, or what have you.
Well. You could make for a decent shield brother.
Which is fine. I mean,
An outsider, eh?
I guess.
Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors.
No, the Companion is what they call it. I mean, I don't mind really being in. Spoiler alert, they turn you into a werewolf, which is cool and all. It's just, at this point, I really just want to do Viking stuff. And Vikings were accused of being monstrous beasts in the past, and that's cool and all, but I would rather just be
You'll have to talk to
the
Codlack.
Dragonborn for this playthrough, because that kind of seems where we're going with it.
Got a good
We woke up right next to
He can look in your eyes
Helgen.
and tell your worth.
That was the first mission we got, so let's just kind of follow through with it and go hunt some dragons. boy. Whiterun stables. Whiterun has seen better days. One thing I've noticed about the world of Skyrim, all your big cities and your major stuff, you know, aside from Solitude, which is the Imperial stronghold to the north, everything else just kind of looks mundane. You know, Solitude is nice and built up and well kept, and people are murderous, but who cares?
Official business only.
Yes, we know.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
And you can watch my ass as I walk through the door. Stupid guard. Elder Scrolls Guards, worst NPCs in any game in history. And I know it's tough to come up with an AI that covers that much area and does something that a normal person would. But come on, you sneak up, you shoot them in the head, and they just kind of look at you like, must have been the wind.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own.
Alright, we got a minute, so.
And ask Yorlin Greenwood.
Rundum, iron. Hang on. And iron ore. Alright, we're not gonna do anything with it just yet. Because our plan is hopefully to level up, get some blacksmithing,
Got some
and
good
make
pieces
ourselves some
out here.
steel.
More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough.
That's nice.
Most
I got things to do.
if they're willing to work.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. Dragons I can handle. But this talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
Do 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 do. But as you noticed, once we had that cloak on, between the weather and everything else, we didn't really get chilly. We kind of resisted the rain. We got good coverage. Heavy armor is really the name. As much as I love light armor in a regular playthrough, heavy armor is the way to go if you're going to be running around in the cold.
Well, that explains.
Unless you're a mage type and then there's certain spells you can cast which will help stave off any of the effects. Alright.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
No, I did not.
Fine.
Well, I didn't actually see a dragon, but he don't need to know that.
What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
Danger.
Ugh, I'm dying. I think I'm dying.
Preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not.
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
A detachment from Riverwood is not going to hold off an entire dragon.
I'll return.
They didn't even notice the dragon.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service.
Better be something good.
I won't forget it.
Be
Here,
something good.
take this.
Studded Imperial armor. Fuck you. You can't build all that. Alright, no, we'll be alright.
Do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Need some
Walk slower. Wait, no. Slow down. Really. Slow down. Slow down, Jarl. God.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project.
And there's a disenchanting table we're going to use on those pieces that we found in previous videos. That way we get a couple skill points, and I'm hoping we can level up and put together some steel armor. If not, then we're just going to have to go do the quests, gather a bunch of stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to do it when we get back. Right now we're rocking Imperial armor, which is good enough for what we got. Schmutz! I'm going to tase him with something.
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right?
Schmutz.
I learned of
Damn
a
dachshund.
stone tablet said to be housed in
Yeah, you. You.
Dragonstone, said to contain a map of Dragonstone.
You. What is that hanging off your mouth?
Find this tablet,
What
no
is
doubt
that?
interred
Come
in the main
here.
chamber, and bring it to me.
String. You have string from your mouth. Damn dog. Okay.
Off to Bleak Falls.
Moving right along.
The Jarl
Use
is
the
not
enchanter
armed.
here.
Neither am I, come to think.
Quickly.
Alright, got an enchant increase. That's good.
Of course,
Another enchant increase. That's even better.
found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
And we can't disenchant it, but we can sell it.
And you'll be rewarded. White Run will be in your debt.
Go away, Schmutz. He's staring at me. He's like face to face, and I'm just like, dude, you know, no, stop barking. Stop barking. For crying out loud. Yeah, stop barking. It's like telling me to stop masturbating. It just doesn't work. Alright, let's go see what else we can do here.
How can I help a brother Nord?
You can't help a Brother Nord. Brother Nord is going to do stuff.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Alright. No, I don't want to steal from anyone. Everything's closed. Oh well.
The Jarl has finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, House. We'll leave
Yeah, let's go see what we need to make some steel ingots real quick since we have a moment. I know I can make the iron, but the steel, Corundamore, which I have none of.
I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon.
Got some good pieces out. The finest weapons and armor.
And she has corundum ingots, which does not help our cause. But that's alright. We will move along.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you
Let's
need
move out. Time's away.
No, I'm not going to give up just yet.
Well, we've got small... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
No joy there either. Okay, but when we want steel ingots, we can come back, we can start buying those and putting together our armor. It's just a little more cost effective than what you would normally have to do. We have to stop, eat, and drink. And for the sake of time, we are just going to fast travel.